Okay, we're live. We live. Hold on. Just waiting for us. Let me just pull up the stream. Send the link around.
Delicious streams.
Yep. Let's get everything
Those
situated.
dank streams.
Tastes a little bit like chicken.
Mm.
All right.
Your things are working.
Yeah.
Someone talk so I can hear y'all.
Hello, it is I talking.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
working right now.
It's working.
It's I, Advarus.
Give me a second.
Unfortunately, we won't have Jiff tonight.
Yep. Let me go into that after I send everything out.
Well, do we need to go into details? We could just say they're not available.
Yeah.
Not too much detail. Just gonna say just a few other things as well, because like this isn't the only announcement.
Okay.
For starters, one. As I'm typing this out, we decided rather than put all our normal D&D streams on the Conjoin cast this Twitch, we decided to post them in a separate one for the time being, since we don't know when we'll normally use the Conjoin cast one as well. So we just decided to just post them here for now. As for our second player, Jiff, they have some personal issues, so they cannot be here tonight. Just let you know, if you want a recap, you're gonna have to wait a little bit more patiently as soon as the upload for the first adventure is done. Of our session 0 is uploaded to YouTube, of which you can find at youtube.com ConjoinCast. We'll be updating the Twitch more as soon as we can.
Conjoined artist.
Conjoined artist, I believe. Yes. I'm sorry. Thank you, Danny.
That's very important to clarify.
Yeah, very important to clarify. Thank you. Danny is my second command when my brain is fried and I cannot think, and when I have to tell him my harebrained schemes.
Everything's so clear now.
Yeah.
Can't believe Austin was Bugs Bunny all along.
Yeah. I'm sorry for dropping that anvil over your head.
I mean, look, all I did was squish me into like an accordion. It's fine.
Not you, Martin. Danny. I'm never sorry about that. Have this cake with suspicious red candles, by the way, Martin.
Ooh, thank you. Huh. This is dynamite, isn't it?
Yep. Yep. Before Martin
still gonna eat it. Oh.
Fire pretty.
Yeah. Should I have some tunes in the background, or should we just save it for the VOD?
I mean
no, I'd say it's okay for the stream.
Yeah.
I can deal. I'm having it relatively quiet so they can hear us.
I kind of like the tunes.
Yeah. All right. Let me get some tunes playing, and we'll start, and I'll do the setup. Give me a second, folks.
Internet technical hoo-has. Hopefully this session will go pretty smooth with the upload as well. That is pretty loud. Hold on a sec.
Yeah. Okay.
This should be good.
All right. Shall I begin?
I'm good. If you guys are good, I'm good.
All right. Martin,
Yee.
Danny.
Yeah, just to give you guys a heads up, I am doing everything in one screen. So if my mouse starts flying everywhere, I am sorry. For some reason, OBS won't let me turn it off.
That is fine.
We greatly apologize.
That said, for now, let's get this started, folks. So just to recap, last time, our intrepid adventurers become united for different reasons, but under the banner of this one man known as Fenris Madstar, who promised them the riches of the world as well as their wildest dreams to come true. Unfortunately, it's been a week and no such progress has been made yet.
Ah, of course.
Usually
Oh, no.
the jobs Fen finds you are usually odd jobs. If anyone has an idea of what specific odd jobs they would be, what would that would entail? Do tell.
Well, see, you remember. You remember last episode when we saw that trash can eat a trash panda? Well, it turns out there's a whole economy behind that of delivering trash pandas to restaurants. And the best way to lure them is to become the trash can. So Ed has been a trash can the last week.
Okay.
And you earn 0 gold for ignoring any jobs Fen has offered you. Coldy,
Yee.
what odd jobs would I don't know how about earning you money. Coldy, what did you do?
Well, because I'm so tall and massive, I had to get a lot of, animals that were stuck on rooftops off. It was very boring.
All right, with that, I'm gonna say you earn. Let me roll a D100 for you. Actually, a D10.
Okay.
I'm gonna times that by something.
Oh.
For your deeds, you gain 20 gold,
Yee.
especially from old ladies whose cats keep getting stuck on trees, including a small tabaxi girl who just happened to be in a tree as well.
Yes, they often scratch me. It's quite annoying. I'm very large, but they add up, just fucking scratching everywhere. Bullshit.
One of the you get several cats on you. One of them you know how they dig their claws in and stretch them when they're about to sleep somewhere. They do
Yes,
that.
I've had many sleep on my head. I don't want to move them. They're just adorable. Don't have the heart to do it. I'm a softie, okay? Shut up. I'm a soldier, but I have a heart of gold.
As for Jiff seems to be trying to get to the upper districts to find his dad, but you have not heard of him from him since. And finally, Dulcis.
I imagine he was just stuck doing either some cleanup duty, probably actually getting rid of some mimics. Actually, no, the mimics were probably fine as trash. I would imagine he would be stuck just doing some, street cleanup or maybe needing to help with the tech with stuff like, are there traffic lights? Would that be such a thing?
There is cart traffic, of which it's not regulated, but carts on the city street do drive by, but there is no exact traffic system. But if you want, roll me one of your. I say, what tool proficiency do you think would be good to like set up a traffic light system, a magic traffic light system.
Light
This
bulbs.
is
Mechanic
standard.
tools.
Electricity.
Tinkerstools?
Yeah.
Tinkerbell.
All right, go for it. Roll your Tinkerstool using, and I'll ask you for a stat.
Yeah, which stat?
The one do you think? Yeah, the one you think matches well with that skill.
All right. If you're okay with me suddenly installing a traffic system just out of
Yep.
nowhere, and a 19.
All right, you make a pretty good traffic light. You pitch it to some of the town guards, to some of the Hell's Foundation's people, who is the guard regiment in charge of the entirety of Hell's Foundation in the city. But few of them catch on, and one has been added to the street. And with that, I'm going to another D10. For your deeds, though, you only get a measly 10. It's not catching on as much as you think.
It's just one of those things that yes,
Like,
good idea, but no one's picking up yet.
this will never catch on.
I don't understand how I made twice the money literally just getting cats out of trees as you did inventing a whole
You
traffic light
forget,
system.
some old people are rich.
This is true, but we're in the slum area. Explain that. There.
Some old people are rich.
Some drug dealers are rich.
I guess drug dealers do with their cats. They must not be in a tree.
God. With that, I'm going to pull you into your next sort of starting location. As you guys, sadly, let me move you guys around real quick. Y'all, I'm just gonna say, you guys are at the door. Edward, your servants are waiting for you.
Of course.
So is Sven, and so is a random person.
Oh boy, in person.
Yep. You just, I wonder who he is. Not important. That's their full name.
Huh.
That's a stupid name.
Not important. Anyway.
I'm sure his mother loved him deep down.
Yes, my mother. Yes, human mother is my mom's name.
Yes, I am
and
human.
You guys look a little haggard from your odd jobs.
All right.
Dulcis, you're kind of pissed that like your traffic system is like. I'm guessing.
I'm one half used. I've been living in this area for 10 years. I just am used to this by this point. Doesn't mean I'm any less angry.
Yeah.
So,
A cat jumps off of you, Coldy, and skedaddles out of the tavern.
Yep, forgot to send one back. Oh well. I had to get him down later anyway.
Edward, you're wearing a trash can.
I'm still wearing the trash can. Did I do a good job?
Yes, you did a wonderful job, Master. How are you doing?
Well, you see, I heard that if you catch a trash panda and you take it to a restaurant, you can make a bit of money. But, you know, I ended up they just kind of opened the door and dumped garbage on me, and I don't know why I'm still wearing this.
Sprite, should we help him or should we just kind of leave him? I really don't care at this point.
Master, you do have knowledge of prestidigitation, do you? Or
Yes, I do.
she's like grinning, but like fake grinning, just like not sure to be upset or like.
Oh, I see your point.
Hell, just clean yourself. Like, no.
1 moment,
like-
please.
And do you cast it on yourself?
Yes, I will go ahead and cast Preston in order to become slightly more clean and less foul. And as Ed steps out of the trash can.
Yep, you magically clean yourself. All the filth is gone. Fen is just like, are you quite done?
I suppose. Maybe I'll pick it up again
Alright.
in the morning.
Well, here's the thing. You guys have a bit of a day ahead of you.
Oh, why's that?
I got you a job.
Is it a good job?
Yes, I think one of the biggest.
Does it?
Oh, am I getting a tiger out of a tree now or something?
No. We're going to be moving up, boys.
Does it involve more
yeah.
trash cans?
All right, listen. Here's the deal. I got a wealthy client willing us to give us a place in the Centaurium borough. You know where that is, right, boys?
No.
No.
Dulcis, roll a history.
I mean, we have been here for a week now. Maybe some information could have been picked up for the rest. I got a 21.
All right, Dulcis, you know that Centaurium is the sort of middle class district of the city, but like a lot of like up and comers do make their like a lot of some big timers do make their place there, and you think like, oh wow, I might be able to move out of this neighborhood finally. Yeah, we got a spot in the canals. And you know where the canals is, and with that knowledge as well, just let you know, the canals is sort of a water district that serves as a residential where travel is not done by boats. Actually, it's not done by carts, but by boats, like Venice.
Only we don't compare to Venice, because what is a Venice in this
What's
world?
a Venice? What's a Venice? That said,
Is that a pasta?
I don't know, probably.
basically it's a neighborhood on the water,
Yeah.
and if you get this job done, not only we got paid in advance in gold, but if we finish the job, we might have a plot of land on our hands.
Land? Oh, land makes you wealthy. I'm all for this.
Wait, I thought you said it was a water district. So what, you guys a boathouse?
No.
A
It's
lake
like,
house?
it's like the city built on a canal.
A beach house.
Oh, dear.
How about we just say close enough and let's take care of this?
Close enough. Okay. Anyway, look, Cody, my friend, we can even like you say you keep wanting to establish a hotel here, right?
That is why I'm here, yes.
Does it say we can't build a hotel there? Build our own tavern there?
You
I
could
suppose.
you could open up an Airbnb.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. I want to strangle him for that, though.
I heard it mentioned somewhere on passing.
What's the matter, Cody? You seem kind of glum.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just a little pessimistic because we've been here a week and all we've done is very odd jobs. Except for the sprite over there who's actually done something with one and literally got paid half of what I did for getting cats out of trees.
How do you think I feel after living here for 10 years?
Look,
Fair point. Plus, we still got, again, I don't know what to call it, man-child, some type of the
how you feel about
eccentric
living with him
vampire. How about that?
How do you feel about I living with him for about 30 years?
Excuse me.
No, nothing. Susan's just like filing her nail.
Susan's
Look.
my favorite.
I fuck. Susan's crying.
I love you too, Lewis. Please don't cry.
Lurk blinks one eye at a time.
Ah, so brilliant.
The eyes go ever so slightly misty.
Again, I don't have a read on Lurk. I don't know if I'm scared or fascinated.
I mean, the guy can play chess.
He can play piano too.
I don't understand how he works. It's quite fascinating.
Look, who actually gives a fuck? Because one, we're getting a full-on house, boys.
I like houses.
That's right. And we're also, not only that, we could get permission into the ivory cellar.
Oh.
The biggest, tallest point on the map, boys.
I like that. It's tall, and that tall things are also wealthy things, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
sure. But
I'm the
I
richest
should
one
probably
here,
also,
man.
I should probably also tell you about the job if you don't mind.
Yeah, that would be nice. Thank you, Ben.
Okay, so barkeep, give me some drinks for me, boys, because I'm about to tell them something. So, how are you familiar with the city known as Ohio?
No, hi-o. Do they not say hi there? What's the proper verbiage then?
History or
Whoever wants to. Mostly Ed, because coming from the Feldlands, he should know this.
see what happens here. Go for it.
Ed gets advantage for, like, if he rolls lows, I'd be surprised on both dice.
So history.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Prophecy.
Oh no.
At least it wasn't the nat one with the advantage.
I mean,
Rolling 2 nat ones would have been impressive.
Ed stayed inside a very long time.
Right. Anyway, look. Dulcis, Dulcis, you know that Ohio is a place on the player map. That from what you recall, has been founded 376 times in its history. Every time they try to settle in this place, things go to shit or through mysterious circumstances.
Something just goes wrong.
Yep. How you're surprised that anyone still lives there is a good question. And Volan, you think it's a nice place.
Yes. No hi-o.
So,
Never.
so someone needs a job in the world's most unstable lands.
Well, they did offer us a property deed, as well as he hands you a big. He pulls out another big sack like he gave you last time, filled with about basically the same amount of gold you got from last time, the 250.
Ooh, it won't be so bad, Dulcis. No hi-o's lovely in the spring. Is it spring?
It's summer.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess Huh.
It might be spring in the Chaos Realm.
It's balmy in the summer.
Look, the Chaos Realm, I don't even understand them. But that being said, Ed,
Yeah.
basically, gentleman wants a talisman, but I'm not sure which one. But you seem like the people to do it. Though I will say, since this place is unstable, I recommend doing some shopping today, boys. I'll give Jiff his share of the gold when he comes around.
Ooh. What are we shopping for?
Whatever you want, really. I make a recommendation.
Of course.
Best place to town and to shop is the Bazaar.
Is it very bizarre?
Oh, quite.
As bizarre as anywhere else in this region.
Yeah, you might want to travel there.
Well, sounds like a bizarre adventure then, boys.
I'm all up for it.
Real quick, Austin, so you want us to add in that 250 now?
Yes, add in that 250 now, because this is the shopping episode.
Shopping?
Be careful about spending it all, though. We kind of need to sustain ourselves.
You keep
That
in
was
mind.
the character.
Yeah, yes, please be wise. And good luck, gentlemen. And excuse me, I'm going to spend my portion of the gold. Bucky, give me your best drink. The piss water, the usual. Sir, do you want us to come along on your shopping adventure?
Oh, that sounds absolutely lovely!
Susan, we should come.
Susan, don't you want to go shopping?
That sounds fun. Yes, of course. Of course, we'll wait for you by the door. Come on, Lurk. Lurk.
Everything he says is so awe-inspiring.
Lurk, despite it being one of those bar old saloon doors, he managed to still bust through them. Like if he was going through a wall instead of them opening up for him.
How did he? I don't care anymore.
I have a feeling this happens plenty of times. Let's just get going, guys.
Oh, the mansion is riddled with holes.
You're a strange fellow, aren't you?
Well, some people call me that. Come on, Lewis.
Very well.
And
Chip chip cheerio, Coley. Come on. Where's that ray of sunshine in your step?
I want to strangle you.
F is for
Well,
friends who do stuff together.
Here's for you, Coley.
Oh, for the love of God.
It is for anywhere.
Any time at all.
Is everything all right, Cole? I understand, financial situation isn't all that good, and I'll be honest, I'm just done. I've dealt with this for so long, I'm just used to it by now, but
Well, other than being, jaded by the fact that I'm now looking for hotel locations instead of being a colonel in an army, I am a bit skeptical. Why would we have to go to New Ohio, or whatever it's called? Apparently a terrible place, and someone's going to give us land in here. Why wouldn't they just take the land here and leave in Ohio? Something's off.
oh, I absolutely agree.
Do you think
But
they're being deceptive?
No, no one would ever. I'm going to at night.
That's a
I swear to
relief.
God.
No, I if
He
they're
doesn't
not
understand sarcasm, does he?
sorry.
He doesn't understand sarcasm, does he?
What?
No.
I figured as much.
Oh, okay. The way I'm seeing it right now, we're not gonna know anything unless we try. Is it brash and probably not the best thought out? No, but I've been stuck here for 10 years.
Fair
I mean,
point.
this is the most, and to be fair, this is the most amount of money that Master Volan has seen in a while.
Yes. Well, that wasn't my father's.
True.
Dear God, he's a trust fund baby.
Yes,
I'm
I
baby.
was.
I'm baby.
Yeah. Still, we might as well do it.
I'm the baby. Have to love me.
How did you know, Cordy? You're so perceptive.
We've just been around.
But yes, we should still do the job regardless, because, as I've said, I am a former military man. I do have good senses in high danger situations. Plus, hey, if there's something else going on, we might be able to get, I don't know, some cool shit. I don't know.
And with that, we head to the Bizarre Bazaar.
Oh, there it is. Finally rendered.
Oh my God, Herg's Armory.
Yeah. As well as some other places on the map.
Yes.
Where do you fellas want to go first?
I mean, I'm down for visiting Herg, but what about you guys?
I'm up for anything right now. I had been trying to do some prep work on, what to pick up. I have a hard time skimming through all this, though. Forgive my cursor flying around. Anyway, yeah, we can go to Herg's for now. I'm thinking of getting a shield for Zeron.
It'll be fun.
Might as well. Get weapons and armor there. That's the name.
All right. With that, you find your travels take you to Herg's Armory, of which you see a beast of a man, and I'm going to share in the on our Discord of Realms of Roll and Play to the players. And you see this man slowly doing the typical blacksmith thing of bashing, of like hitting a hot hammer against hot steel.
Ah, good.
However, he is doing it to the point where like the sword has already bent in the other direction.
Ah, but not good.
And you see this lug of a man. Do any of you want to approach him?
I will. I mean, look. Excuse me, blacksmith. You're doing that very wrong. You're damaging your weaponry.
Hello, my name is Herg.
Okay. Hello.
You do not need to repeat what Herg said. Herg knows of his speech impediment.
I wasn't sure if that's it. Anyway, yeah, we're here to buy stuff from you.
Herg has stuff and weapons and armor.
Yes, that's what we're looking for.
However, Herg only sells only the mundane weapons. Herg does not sell anything that is of magic make. That has to go to Grimbot, the weird goat man.
Huh.
Her can supply you with weapon though, so you don't have to pay Grimbot's bonus cost to get material.
Very kind of you. You say, fellows.
I say, let's look at the merchandise.
Dulcis is already looking around.
Oh, just to let you know, I'm saying this about the other business down the road. The Fine Shot. Fine Shot is letting me sell their wares right now.
Oh,
They have guns and bows.
and guns and bows.
And crossbows.
Ooh.
A strong weapon for Herg and Herg's customers.
You're so wise, Herg.
This was not my first profession.
Well, what was?
Motivational speaking.
Excuse me.
I can see that, Dulcis says as he's looking at the other equipment.
Herg seems that you're not living your best white life, Elephant Man. Herg knows that in order to get the most out of life, you have to find passion within yourself. However, my spark of passion has gone out long ago.
Oh, Herg, why?
Father got sick, so I take over business for him.
Huh. Now I actually feel kind of sorry for him.
Well, I feel like you're a wonderful speaker. I feel inspired already.
With that, you get inspiration, Edward. Oh, sorry. No, I'm not using inspiration. If that was a mechanic, you have epic points. If you lost any, we are using that. But just to let you know, you have epic points equal to your proficiency modifier, and you can add a d6 to your roll.
Okay, but am I using Inspire? Is that what you want me to do?
You can. You have advantage on your next conversation with him. If you want to bargain with him for one item.
Okay, cool.
That said, what do you guys want from Herg? And I have everything in the gear section.
Yeah. I'm looking through.
I'm debating whether to get a tower shield or just a standard shield for Zeron to get one installed. Because Zeron's the one that's carrying some of the equipment. And I don't know if Zeron's going to be a very good stealth bot, since he's a giant spider. But, plus 3 AC is pretty good. But being able to stealth is also nice. Wait, isn't there like a magic upgrade I can do later?
Possibly, but in the meantime, let's go with Dulcis. You want to get him a shield?
Yeah, I'm just deciding between a standard shield or a tower shield.
All right. While you're deciding, Holdy, what weapons are you looking for? You could check the folder labeled gears on the Roll20, and you could choose from firearms, armor, ammunition, or weapons.
Very good.
Would Holdy wield a gun?
The answer may surprise you. Yes. What are these firearms you have here? Jump keep.
Well, we have We have guns ranging from palm pistol, which is tiny gun, too big, too small for Herc's massive hands.
Uh-huh. What would you recommend for someone of my size?
I would recommend the blunderbuss, which is a big gun, but has very bad range.
It tends to scatter when you fire it.
Interesting. How much is that going for?
Around $300.
Excuse me?
300 gold.
And how much for ammunition?
For ammo, it's around 5 gold for 5 shots. But it has to reload after every shot.
Huh.
And I'm looking at these firearms.
Perhaps.
And it's like, these would sound pretty okay compared to my crossbow. Then I saw the cost.
Firearms can be pricey.
Yeah.
What is this, what is this bad news? What is this?
It's a very powerful temperamental weapon.
And what does it do?
It fires big bullet.
Is it 500 gold? Good lord.
In very limited rounds.
Huh.
When you look at it, it looks like a fucking version. It looks like a flintlock version of a bazooka. I mean, next to the hand mortar, which is basically a cannon on a stick.
Yes, hand mortar. I remember using these. Up to the same snuff, though. Not sure.
Yeah.
Herc says wait till you gain more finance in order to upgrade to better gun.
Yeah, that is a good point. I don't have much gold with me anyway, plus buying just one of these would burn through, so perhaps I'll just go for a crossbow. That's fine.
Very well.
Want to get you want to get a crossbow for Coldy or
how much for this repeating crossbow? Yes.
Repeating crossbow. Price should be stated, but I will check for Herc's price listing.
he pulls out a tiny note little book notepad from like his loincloth and just like
Where were you? How would? Wait, is that all you're wearing?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't.
Repeating crossbow costs 50 gold.
I remember. Yeah, very well. I will take the repeating crossbow.
Very well. A powerful weapon.
To worry about
Yeah.
reload, which is nice.
As well. Might as well be able to be some sort of distanceman with my javelins. Just,
when you run out of javelins.
yes.
All right, so you carry this big thing. That said, Dulcis, have you decided or?
Okay, so here's a fun thing. I have the defense infusion, and I'm considering whether I should just have a flat +3 or +4 with a tower shield.
And give it to your robot?
Yeah, which would be pretty nuts because they're already at a 14, and that would be nice. You know what? As cool as going straight up to 18 might be, I have other plans. So I think for now I'm just gonna stick with the shield, and if it becomes an issue later,
The tower, just basic tower shield.
no, just a standard shield for now, and I'm gonna upgrade
Okay.
the shield myself when I get the time to attune, not attune, to infuse it, because that requires
Alright.
a short rest.
All right, that's fair.
Yep. So I will buy the shield.
All right.
Zero.
All right. So Zeron just looks at Shield. It's like, what do I use this for, Father?
Use it to protect yourself from attacks, big guy.
But I'm designed to protect you.
Well, this helps you protect me better.
Very well. Picks up Shield, starts spinning around with it, accidentally like hits Lewis in the back of the head. Ah!
Lewis!
Like, I'm
Jeez,
fine,
I am
sir.
so sorry about that, Dulcis.
Barely a lump. And he knows this big cartoon on his head.
Maybe you should get that looked at. Never mind.
Here, I'll look at it. Oh, it
oh
is.
God, no.
It is a lump. You were right about that, Lois.
But Master, what weapons will you be shopping for?
Oh, well, look. He kind of gestures down at himself, and you see he's garbed this very very anime assassin's ninja costume, basically. The assassin's outfit. How do I look? Am I sneaky yet?
Oh, it's very form-fitting.
You can't even see me, can you? I blend in so well,
Like a ninja, sir.
like a ninja.
A ninja assassin.
No, there might be a cloak of invisibility of some form. Probably not here.
Herc finds those expensive.
I'd like to take the assassin's outfit because I think it looks cool.
Very well, that will be 50 gold.
Ah, yes, 50 gold. How do I? Is there any way to visually?
Just subtract it from
okay.
Yeah. And add it to your sheet. Add it to your list of items.
Gotcha.
All right, and just know that it has the AC total of 10 plus your Dex mod, but you do have advantage with stealth.
Yay!
That's useful. That said,
Will that be all, guys?
I was thinking of getting Ed a crossbow. Would that be too redundant with Coldy already having a crossbow?
Redundancy is not a huge concern when it comes to just pure output. I think the bigger concern is finding a ranged weapon that can compensate for when you're running low on spell slots.
Yeah.
I'm checking out your sheet, which I guess in character would be Dulcis just checking out your kit.
Mm-hmm.
You do have a Vicious Mockery. I do remember that last time we fought. So that is a pretty safe spell to run with, although it is low on damage.
Right.
You're distracting people, not hurting people.
Herc recommends palm pistol.
God.
A gun!
Oh, goodness gracious me. What is happening with you?
Your
boys?
hands are small enough to hold this weapon. Herc would only just crush it.
Oh! He kind of twirls the gun. How do I look, Lois?
it actually fucking misfires.
Yeah, into the ceiling.
Hiding in Zeron.
Oh, whoops!
Luckily, no one was hurt.
Give the man-child a gun.
Herc is sorry. His eyes light up like fire. like Herc's eyes used to do.
Oh no.
Hug, you should go back to your calling of inspiring people because the more you speak, the more inspired I feel.
Hey, Coley, maybe you should trade with Ed. I don't
Perhaps. Well, how big is that gun? You will fit in my hand.
It is a gun designed to be like put inside someone's carry-on bag and then pulled out to shoot someone.
I'll be careful, I promise. What if I'm in danger? I'll keep it in my purse, I promise.
Oh, well, in that case, what logic could I argue with?
Yee! Goldie said he'll let me have the palm pistol.
I didn't say that.
You just did.
I didn't.
Herc still needs payment.
I'll take this and the bullets to go with it.
Well, total is 52 gold.
Yes. How many bullets do you want to say he gets? Because I know.
Bullets come in like a set of 20.
Yeah, but they're like
Well-
4 copper points instead of GP. It looks like.
No, they're 2 GP.
Oh, those are sling bullets.
Yeah, no, look at firearms,
Okay.
and they have their ammo cost.
Herc,
Gotcha.
if you like, Herc would charge extra because Herc can also work with silver and adamantine.
What?
Oh. Hold on. How much for an adamantine shield?
Let me see. That would count as regular armor, but
Let me just check something real quick.
Because shoot, if I could get an adamantine shield, that foregoes some stuff.
Trying to find like the
Half sec.
Herc will just let you know that that is technically a magical item of uncommon, of which, knowing Herc, it would be like 400. Adamantine is not cheap.
No, I understand. It probably would be cheaper just for small bullets. By the way, I just pulled up Herg on the stream just so everyone gets to see. There he is.
Yep, there he is.
It's a good boy, right there.
Yep.
He also has his little name tag, so you won't forget. Anyway,
However,
all right. Well, thanks for the shield tip. I think I'm okay with that for now.
If you want the bullet silver, Herc says it's gonna be like 100 just to get those like 10 of those like turned into silver, coated with silver.
I mean, it is Ohio we're going to. Lord knows what's going to show up there. But at the same time, silver is only really great for... Dulcis just kind of pauses for a second and looks at Ed again. You know, the irony has finally hit me.
How much for the silver bullets?
100 to get them 100 gold.
Oh, that's a lot of gold. But I'll take. It was 2 gold for the normal bullets, right?
Yes.
I'll take a few more of those, please. Let's do 3 packs of bullets. So 56 gold total.
Very well.
But
52 gold total, but yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, are you trying to?
Well,
What the fuck are you? Murdered.
What? What happened?
What the fuck
What'd I
are
do?
these? I just noticed.
Oh, what the
multi-
fuck? No. Oh shit. Pay no attention to the man in the mirror.
Oh,
Yeah,
you were messing with the repeater crossbow.
I will
Nothing.
fix that for you later.
I was doing nothing. I was do I need to buy the arrows and
Yes, Herb would like you to buy ammo. Otherwise, you would be without ammo, and that would be 1 gold for 20 crossbow bolts.
Oh yes, very well, I'll do that. I didn't fumble anything, nope.
All right, and you get a casing of crossbow bolts.
Yes, cool.
Yep. That said, is there anything else you want from here before you keep traveling in the Beast Mart, the Bazaar?
I think I'm good. I'm just doing the math on my. It was 56 total, I believe, right? For the
50.
for 50,
Uh,
50 for the pistol, and then 3 packs of bullets would be 6, right?
Yep. You also paid for the assassin suit, which is just
Yeah.
also 50.
Right.
So Edward spent the most.
Of course, naturally.
Yep. Anyone else?
Sorry, I'm dealing with some background stuff.
Nope, I'm good. I've got the crossbow and bows. The bolts.
All
You know what I
right.
mean? Don't touch me.
Ed just leans over and touches and just pokes him slightly.
I swear to God, I'm going to take one of those silver bullets, tape it to one of my bolts, and just shoot you.
Well, why?
All right. With that said, as you go back into the streets, where do you go to next?
Okay. Before we continue, guys, full disclosure, I am streaming. I don't know if I'm actually recording.
I'm recording.
Oh yeah, that's thank goodness.
You're fine. You're fine, Danny. Yeah, you're fine, Danny. Anyway,
Okay,
we
'cause
got
the stream sounds great. It's just one of those things I just realized, so I just wanted to bring that up before it became a problem later.
Yeah, it's okay.
that's fair. All right, you got 3 more
Sorry about
places you can go to. Okay, real quick, you got 3 more places to go to. You got the Beast Stalls, Lumpy's Potions and Lotions, and Crimbots.
Do we know what Crimbot sells?
He is one of the many magical item suppliers in the lower area that sells things from common to rare magic items. And common magical items are pretty cheap for magic items.
As far as the magic items.
Yeah. He also sells from what you remember in the city, but other than that, Lumpy and potions and lotions are in the name, but the beast stalls seem to have a bunch of stuff inside them.
Okay. Well, the potions, Lumpy's potions and lotions might not be a bad idea. Since we are going off on this adventure. But what do you guys think?
Sorry, I was kind of going back and forth with some things with the audio stuff. Sorry. So Crimbots is magical items. Lumpy's potions are potions. Fine Shot is more ranged weaponry stuff.
Yeah, and they're closed right now.
What's the beast again?
The beast stalls are just the general market area, but you think you saw something interesting inside them.
What do you mean something interesting?
Roll perception.
Okay. By the by, I now have a passive perception of 17. I picked up the observant feat.
Oh.
But here's the perception roll of 10.
Yep. As you were bragging. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Yep. You did see some weird. You think you saw some weird animals in the beast stalls, and could be worth checking out later.
Animals. Okay. In the meantime, to get back on track, yeah, the potions sounds good.
All right. Lumpy's Potions and Lotions.
Yeah.
Yes.
LLC Limited Liability.
Is there any other kind of liability?
Not that you're aware of.
Exactly.
All right. Not that I'm aware of, Lewis says.
Me
Lewis,
neither.
You're not aware of any. Susan is wondering if she should even try. Anyway, here's Lumpy's.
Oh boy.
Who wants to go inside the shop first?
Dulcis comes in with Zeron.
All right, you both walk in, and you see a small, tiny grung sitting at the back of the room, and he's just like, "Oh, welcome, hello. I am Lumpy of Lumpy's Potions and Lotions Limited Liability Company." Trademark. How can I help you?
Hey,
My
Lumpy.
fine. Oh, hold on. Do I remember Dulcis? Man, I'm bad with names.
No, it's okay. Hi, I'm Dulcis, and this is Zeron.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to my humble potion shop where I sell potions and adventuring gear and nothing else. Unless he looks shifty-eyed. Anyway, real quick, I'm going to share art of Lumpy real quick. Give me a second.
Potions. I am currently looking through our little potions, and I got to the more expensive stuff already.
Yeah, just to give the chat people in the game a bit more idea, as well as for Danny to share in the thing. Any real quick, do any of you else want to go inside?
Ed'll wander in. Oh boy, look at all the things, Lois.
Oh, look, a cauldron.
Oh, look, it's so sparkly. Lois,
Don't touch the potion. Don't touch it. It's still cooking.
Lois, what's it smell like to you?
It smells like dreams. That's the carbon monoxide. That's not I'm still working on that one.
I smell dreams too, and miracles.
Quit smelling it. Oh my god. Especially you Snorkel. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to assault you.
Whatever. Look, the point is, do you have lotions, you say?
Yes, I have potions and lotions. I even sell alchemist fires, holy water. I am an ordained minister.
Are they lavender scented?
Sure. I also have miscellaneous traveling gear.
Yes, well, I need something to rehydrate my skin. I am CA Mammoth. We actually need quite a bit of moisturizer. So what do you have, my good man? Oh, whatever.
Well, I sell the various tools. I sell some acids. I sell some general tools like herbalism kits.
and all sorts of things.
Let's see.
For example, for only 25 gold, you can buy this vial of acid.
Ooh, acid.
And what does it do?
When you throw it at someone or an object, it will take acid damage.
Does it taste
No.
very spicy?
It will taste exceptionally spicy.
Yes, very spicy. In fact, your organs will plop out through your fucking midsection if you drink it. Don't. Just don't, please.
Ooh.
So it's just a vial of regular acid.
Yeah, that's not all. I have some antitaxin that gets away gets rid of some poisons. Some ball bearings.
Oh, do you have healing potions?
You need potions. I got healing potions. I got all kinds of potions.
Ah, that might be a good idea.
Depends on how much healing you want by the looks of it. He's looking through some of the pricings, and some of the really higher level ones are tens of thousands.
Yes, good lord. Where are you getting these? How high quality are these? The
The
so-called
highest
premium
quality.
lotions.
The highest of qualities. Let me tell you.
Uh-huh. And why do I find that hard to believe?
Did you work in the military?
Yes.
The military probably funded for all the potions you got.
Yes. What's your point?
Really expensive. It takes some time to make some of these things.
Oh, and for you magic users out there, I have your very unique potions.
Ooh,
It's called
unique.
the Potion of Mana.
What-
Drink this and you can recover your spell usages through a complicated point system. Basically, roll me Arcana, Edward.
Okay. Give me a sec. I'm like,
2. Oh, never mind. One's just general.
Want
Ooh.
to buy a bulk? You feel like buying a bulk.
Oh no.
You just want to buy a shit ton of them.
oh, it sounds complicated. Complicated's always good, right?
I mean, in a way, sure.
Lois,
Sounds
what do you
encouraging.
think?
I think you should buy all of the. That'll be 400 gold if you want to buy a bulk set for basic.
Oh,
Master, I think he's trying to swindle you.
oh, well, you see, I'm poor.
I can see, but hold on, I'm trying to think of things that get you something. Would you be interested in any of my potions, lotions, and accessories?
Oh,
I may have something a little secret, but I don't know if I should be telling you.
what?
Roll persuasion.
All right.
Any of you, unless you want to help the other.
I will roll persuasion. If you
I'll
guys want to help, you can help.
The help wasn't necessary. You got the
Yeah,
22.
yeah, you got the 22. He looks back and forth. Come closer, kid.
What?
Go.
What is it?
Come to my table. I'll be in the back corner.
He kind of like sits on the edge of the table with his legs swinging like.
Walk off the table.
Oh, okay. He gets off the table, but he's kind of like marching in place, sort of.
You knock over several things. Fucking beans. Look, okay. Look, I'll just say this. I have some poisons.
Poison? Isn't that A bad thing?
Shut the fuck up.
You said, what about poison? But I had something about poison, whatever.
Okay.
Skin cream.
I shouldn't be selling this shit to you, but I have to because that's what I used to make a living around here.
Oh, well, how much is it?
Check the poison section in the gear. I got some good shit. I got some fucking midnight teas. I got some malice. Got some assassin blood. I got some snake poison.
Those sound awful.
150 plus.
It's fucking poison. What do you suspect?
The price or the awful?
I
A little bit
mean,
of both.
I don't know. I mean, you gotta give me a second, dude. Hang on, because like I've got too much stuff I'm trying to do.
All right.
Because like
Very well. Take your time.
if you guys want to skip to one of the other characters, that's cool.
Mind if I inspect the mana potion real quick?
Sure. Give me Arcana.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
And we'll pull it up.
Nat 20 of a 27.
Oh,
You know the 3 types of mana potion. Mana potions come in 3 flavors, of which
Yeah, it's
You
it's up
got-
here. Go ahead.
You get basically with a mana potion. When you drink this, you roll a d4 plus 1, and you gain a number of points that you could use to regain spell slots. So, say you rolled a max of 4 plus 1, you can either regain all your first level spell slots, 3 first level spell slots, 2 second level spell slots, and 1 third and 4th level spell slot.
I am very interested in getting one of them. However, I don't have second level spells yet. But it's not bad to invest in one now. I might slow down on buying things for the rest of this little mini-sode, though I'm not sure what else to get from here. I'll buy the smaller of the potions of mana.
All right, you buy the basic potion of mana.
Yeah.
All right, that's 200 gold.
Yep.
Pleasure doing business with you, my friend.
Yeah.
Now, big guy, ever? Oh,
You can go on. You can go to Goldie.
Goldie, hey, sorry about earlier. This mook over here keeps asking me about my certain products, but you're looking for something with some oomph or some pizzazz.
I mean, again, I'm looking for lotion.
Oh, you're looking for lotions. So, well, here's the thing. You're looking for some lotions. You're looking for some oils. You're looking for some holy water to coat your big old halberd over there.
Yes.
All right. Let's see what I got. I got some trade. You want some holy water? Where you heading to?
No Ohio, if you know that place.
Ah, yeah, that place is Spooksville. Let me tell you, that's some weird eldritch abomination shit.
What is abomination, you say?
Yeah. But you know what they say? Don't drink the water in Ohio. Let me tell you. Or anywhere. Really, you should be conscious about where you drink water, at least purified. This is coming from an alchemist.
I mean, that is good advice. However, like, don't drink the water there. What is there anyway?
Well, I will tell you this.
You gotta take care of some shit. And my best bet, hell, if you want, hear me out. Want some? Want some fire action? Do some abominations, or just take care of some crowds? Because I'll tell you, people there are rude as they come.
Uh-huh. And what do you suggest?
Rude as they come. For people rude as they come, well, something in your price range. Lord knows that you can't take a tangle of grenade.
Very true.
Let me see this. Let me see this. Let me see. He checks his shelves and starts throwing bottles and potions around.
I don't think this is safe or sanitary. You know, I don't care.
Okay. For some demonic incursions, you're gonna want to take some. You're gonna want to take some holy water. That's 25. But if you're looking for something big, I got this bomb seed. And he pulls out this cartoonish bomb with a wick.
Uh-huh. Where did you just pull that out of?
Don't worry about it. About it. Throw this fucker 60 feet and watch them explode.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there's no model bomb, but it might actually work depending on how much explosive you put in here.
I mean, it's only 150 for this type of bomb, although you could get some blasting powder, but not as fiery. Ball bearings got some. The best bet, alchemist fire.
And where would I, in the gear section, see these things?
It's in the common consumable in the gears section.
Just some crowd control. If not, you drink some potion. I could give you some basic standard healing potions for 50 gold. A pop.
Let's see, blasting powder, ball bearings, yes. The holy water has a bomb. Many things, yes. Dancing monkey fruit, where's this?
Oh, yeah, you want some dancing monkey?
Oh yeah, I did see that before. Shoot.
What does it do? It just has an interesting name.
It's like a bag of caltrops. Basically, if you don't dodge it, it'll cause your foes to dance.
So it's not a fruit.
Vitamins again. I knew I saw it earlier. I didn't know it was from here though.
It's over here in comic consumables. Sprite.
Yeah. Basically, it'll explode in like a bag of caltrops, but it'll cause anyone hit with it to dance uncontrollably. Not only
By
you make
dance, you mean avoid the caltrops further.
Yes. As well as here's the thing with the dancing monkey fruit thing. It works like caltrops, like it's a spiky looking berry. And what it does is basically when hit, and this is Lumpy explaining out of game, in game, without me using his voice so my voice doesn't die. Basically, if someone gets hit with it, they take not only 1 point of damage, they suffer movement speed reduction by 10 feet.
And
you have to dance uncontrollably and have disadvantage on your attack and dexterity rolls. And in order to beat the effect, you have to repeat a saving throw, or otherwise be poisoned after the end of the dance save. More disadvantage after your disadvantage.
Yo, dog, we heard you like disadvantage. We put disadvantage after your disadvantage. Yes.
Yes.
Common military phrase, of course, yes.
Yes, you seem like a military man,
Yes, obviously.
and I'm selling you military grade weaponry. Wait, no, are you a cop?
No,
Are you a god?
no.
You tell me if you're a god, right?
Probably not, but maybe.
Well, there are gods stationed here, so people don't fucking steal. But I don't want the hell's god to like take a look at my merch, if you know what I mean. Some of them might be snitches.
How many illegal things do you sell here? Strange.
Everything I sell here is legal.
Right.
I believe
roll
it.
insight. Roll insight. Coldy.
Right, yes. Everything is legal.
He is lying through his horrible fake frog teeth. But
You're very good at lying.
But you feel like getting him in trouble is more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah, it's not like it gains me anything. By the way, why do you have a pair of fake teeth in your mouth? You're a frog. It doesn't even make sense.
It's my real teeth. I only said that's what the DM fucked up. Whatever Chris got. Anyway.
Your teeth are very yellow then.
Yeah, no, I'm a frog. This potion stains. Live with it.
Couldn't you make something to whiten your teeth?
Look, I don't criticize you for having a long trunk.
Yes, you did. You called me Snorkel when I walked in.
Forget about it. Hey. He gives you a pat on the back for some reason. Can you tell this guy to get off the table? Can you tell that guy to get off my table?
Oh, God, shut up.
He's just kind of like sniffing potions. This one smells like berries.
What is he even smelling right now?
Make a con check.
Oh shit. I guess. What would I click? Just the Constitution save, or?
Yeah, Constitution save.
Okay.
Your eyes like bug out for a moment, but like you managed to endure.
He quickly corks it. That's spicy.
Don't smell the potions. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's not very bright. Again, he's poor, and yet he's got 3 retainers. I don't understand how he survives. Some divine providence watching this one.
Get off the table, master. We're causing a ruckus in here. Susan's just like, come on, get off the table.
Darn, I accidentally drew on the board. How do I do it?
I'll do it. Here we go.
Thank you.
Master, just get off the table. I'll grab your hand.
Oh, all right. Thank you, Susan. He leaps into her arms.
Up. Drop them down. There you go. Oh my god, like holding a skeleton.
I'm light as a
We're
feather.
We're gonna feel bad when we feel bad for the woman. I don't know about the overly cheery one and the big one we call Lurk. I'm not even sure what the hell Look, he's a fucking anomaly. You might actually be interested in studying him. I don't know. It's fucking weird. He's both stupid and brilliant at the same
Lurk
time.
is looking out a window.
I will figure him out at some point, but maybe not right now.
Anyway, are y'all's done these? Or,
I'm gonna borrow Susan. She just storms over with 2 health potions of healing, and she's like, "You know why we need this." And she looks back at it. Ed.
All right, 100 golds.
All right.
And I also
That's
like
nice.
to get the dancing monkey fruit. I would like 3.
3 dancing monkey fruits. Let me tell you, that's going to be 15 GP.
Yep.
If I
Awesome.
if I wanted to try to haggle, could I use Ed's stats?
You could persuasion.
Well, she like pulls him over and she's like, "Look at him. Like we need these. Can you bring it down to closer to like 80? I mean, just look at him." And she kind of like squishes his face and he just smiles dumbly up at him. I'm in danger.
Roll me Edward persuasion, but with advantage. Since Susan is helping you.
It's a good thing you did that.
Yeah.
That is a scary now.
What is with you and Nat ones
You're
today?
lucky. Yeah, no, like you avoided that nat one. All right, fine. 80 gold. No more, no less.
Thank you. And she just kind of pulls Ed by his long ears. Goodbye.
Lewis is slowly about to put his finger on the cauldron, and he's like, "Oh, it's hot." Slowly does it again. Susan's just like, "We're going, Lewis." Oh, very well.
I feel like
Look, we're going.
Yes, I'll take this holy water.
Let me check my prices. My price listings.
I think it was like 15. I passed
It
by
was
it
not
earlier.
15. It was not 15. Let me tell you, I don't make the price. You don't make the prices I do.
I'm not trying to mess with you, dude. I thought I saw it in the list earlier.
Look, I'm
and-
very defensive. It's people. My name is Lumpy. People have taken advantage of me for having such a name.
Are you sure it's not because of your
Because of my
not so
lumps.
savory activity? Oh yes, your looks. That's why. Yes, of
My
course.
lumps. No, my lumps.
Ah, your
I'm
lumps.
sorry.
Your lumps. Your lovely froggy lump. Throw up in this cauldron.
What you do with all that junk in my lumps? Anyway, that's 25 gold.
Here you go. Anything else I want? Oh yes, what is this? Some type of balm. 100 gold. Yes, that's a ripoff. No. No. Just take my holy water and go.
he
Sorry
says
for the crowd, Lumpy.
he says to never talk to him or his children ever again.
Get out of here, you kooky kids. And remember to stop on by again for Lumpy's Potions and Lotions. Limited liability. Trademark.
I wonder if he'll end up getting a copyright later. Dulcis says to Colhy.
He'll be smart enough. Then again, I don't know if this is even a legitimate business based on half of what he's selling.
Well, let's put it like this. It's about as legitimate as anything else in this place.
And
You know
with
what?
that,
Fair enough.
You could either go to Crimbots or the Bee Stalls before you head out. If you, where you guys want to go next? You got 2 places left.
I guess we could do a quick skim at Crimbots and then make our way to the stalls before heading out.
Okay.
If you're okay with that. I'm fine either way. I think I got more than I actually intended.
I heard something about magic.
Let's go to Crimbots then, Dulcis calls out. And then just thinks to himself, oh, I'm having fun here.
Ed runs up and kind of like happily walks beside Dulcis, like they're just best buddies and always have been.
Yeah, Dulcis kind of looks at. I imagine he had been riding at Zeron this whole time. But he just kind of looks over at Ed for a moment, and then just thinks to himself, "Nah, I just have company."
Yeah, but Sprite, if he likes you too much, I feel like he won't let you go.
He's not fighting it. He's just kind of like, "Well, this is my life now."
All right.
Oh, look, the building's pointy.
And with that, you head inside, and you see a conversation between a satyr with sort of reddish with red hair across his body, and I could give you a picture of this satyr. Give me a second.
This listing is in the magic gear folder.
Yes, magic gear. All of it's magic, including magic weapons, wondrous items, magic rings. And you see this wizardry man, not doing the exact like sort of energy motion, but he's just sort of talking to this weirdly sort of depressed, like almost like sullen man. And I could pull him up. The wizard, the two wizards seem to be talking. You could probably tell that they're both wizards due to their robes and usual attire.
Also, we're in a magic shop, so you know.
Because
Yeah.
every wizard wears robes.
Yeah, but the thing with the but compared to the wizard he's talking to, the satyr looks almost like of a different class compared of a lower class compared to this man. And it's just like, again, just reminding you that the annual mace inspection should be coming up. No, that's not. Actually, he does not say that. In fact, you don't hear anything from this man. And Krimba and the satyr himself is just like, yes, I remember the annual major section should be coming up. I've been studying for many years for this, and I will surely gain my rank back at the schooling. And the other mage right here just nods, and as he's walking towards you, you notice something other than his like long, dark, wavy hair, his sort of like orangey sort of outfit. You notice a scar across his neck.
Okay.
Like, and probably a reason why he's not talking. But you're not exactly sure. And then you hear this in your mind. Oh, hello. Wait, you look familiar, Mr. Sprite. Dulcis, correct? He's not moving his lips, Dulcis.
Must be some.
He.
Go ahead. Sorry.
You could also hear this, Volan, Coldy, and your servants, Ed,
Okay.
that he is speaking telepathically to you.
Oh, look, he's doing the thing where you have a puppet and you speak out of your. Oh, wait. No, his lips aren't moving at all.
Yes.
I mean, that's a similar idea. Dulcis looks back at the wizard. Does Dulcis remember this man?
Give me a history or an arcana check for like magical history.
I'm gonna go with history, I guess. Both work for different reasons. 26.
26. Give me a second. All right. 26. All right. You know this man as Horse, one of the most powerful mages in the city. Coming all the way from the Centurium in a certain district known as the Archive District, and is also one of the heads of the one of the local leaders of the Alliance Arcana. That said, he's just like, oh yes, you were one of the students, but you couldn't get in through, I think, exile reasons. I'm not sure, but you're welcome to try again.
Dulcis was kind of starstruck at first and said, yes, I've been meaning to try. I'm just running a little low on funds at the moment.
I've been hearing rumors across town, but I'm going to be honest with you. And you don't hear this, Coldy and Edward, but you kind of get this from his expression of don't trust Ethan. Or the Madstar brothers, for that matter. I did them once, and I got this. And he points to the scar at his neck.
Dulcis's eyes narrow slightly at the thought, then sighs and says, "Thank you for the heads up, sir." He looks at the others, then looks back at Horace, and just kind of signals him the best he can of, I'm just going to have to deal with this for now, kind of thing. He's being careful. That's the main idea.
And with that, and he finally opens his mouth and speaks, "Good day." And he walks out the door.
This just kind of lets out a little sigh, like a, he looks over to the others. So that was probably one of the top wizards. I am honestly surprised he even came down to this area.
Oh yes, something about a magical inspection. No, welcome. I am Crimbots, the wizard.
Hi, Crimbots, the wizard.
Yes, come, child. Will you be wanting to look at my magical inventory?
Yes, though I probably can't afford it because I'm very poor.
But I do offer special offers. For you see, if you say are involved in the crafting process, I could give you a 50% discount.
I don't understand, but
It means we get half off, sir.
That's great.
However, you have to do some work.
Yes, you would have to work with me, Crimbots the wizard.
I don't know if that's a good idea solely based on.
Yes, you seem to be rushed on time, but care to look around at my magical gears? I have magic rings, magic tattoos, magic spell foci.
Of course, we'd love to browse.
Wondrous items. His eyes large eyes start rolling around.
Why is he shouting? We're right next to him. I don't understand. I think he's going insane.
Don't worry about it. He probably had to deal with a little too much mercury for the supplies.
Ah,
Not enough
yes.
mercury, if you ask me. It slowly drinks a vial.
Ah, well, that's new. For mercury poisoning, but never doing it for recreation. This place scared me.
Roll me a investigation. Cold insight. Actually, no. You would tell that, like, if this guy had like a spell book, of which he probably does, it'd be the most inorganizable thing on the fucking planet. Yet somehow he functions. Like, oh no, I need to leave my room messy, otherwise I won't know where everything is.
Mm. Yes, I was much one for chaos, but then again, I am military trained. I assume if you move something, this fellow will.
Your orderly types seem to be all in a huff about things, but I can offer you magic weapons. He grabs you by the cuff of your shirt and then lets go.
How did he get up this high? I'm still
Jumped on a
scared.
table.
I don't know if he's just insane or possibly overly powered to the point where we couldn't even take him.
He teleports. He steps
Where'd he
on
go?
this cliff, and he later appears on the other side of the room.
Oh God, how do you do that?
With my teleporting circles.
Oh,
Dulcis hovers beside Cole and does magic.
yes, thank you, Sprite, for the wonderful insight.
He spreads his arms out and prestidigitation fireworks.
Oh!
Robin,
Well, at the very least, he's creative, I guess.
He's so talented. He reminds me a bit of Lark.
You know what? I'm not even going to argue that because they have the same kind of. I don't know what they're fully capable of.
I'm capable of many things, but most of all, magical treasures. Now, would you like some, my friend?
I would look at your wares.
Look
Here.
around, look around. If you have some downtime, you can look around and probably help me if you have the time, but you seem to be in quite a rush.
I'll bet.
Um,
Reading these pages.
Is there anything that seems to stand out?
there are some wondrous items and whatnot, ranging from the weird and magical, including some weird stuff like a cape of billowing,
Ah, good.
a cloak of billowing.
Just be
Just
mindful.
know, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Say your thing.
I was also going to say, crafting does take time, but you do get the item at half cost. And time is not on your, like, you don't have a lot of time. So either you pay in full or, wait on this mission. But
Just to give you an idea, there is a little guide, a little price guide. The only thing we can really afford are common and uncommon. And in order to get them half off, we need to work for a week or two.
Ah.
So that's not exactly within our budget right now, and the only thing we can really afford at the moment are common items.
Oh. Well then, I suppose I'll just have to live like a commoner and buy common items. He proudly puts his hands on his hips.
yeah, or mundane.
Or mundane, is that what he said, Austin?
I don't sell mundane gear. I sell magical gear.
Yeah.
Some magical weapons, though, do know. If you're buying magical weapons, I recommend either buying the weapon from my good friend Herg. He's a strong, strapping lad. Too bad about his father.
Father?
You know, the one that got sick?
Haven't heard.
The large fellow Herrick did mention his father died, which is why he was now working there instead of being a motivational speaker, which was apparently his passion.
Sorry, I Danny speaking, probably missed that part. Sorry. Pardon me.
That's it. Or maybe some magical tattoos, maybe some rare items.
Magical tattoos, you say?
You can get the barrier tattoo.
The war tattoo?
The barrier.
Yes.
Granted, those are very high-level stuff at the moment. I just found that very amusing.
Get a tattoo and become invisible.
Yes, I can see it now. You get a tattoo, a barrier tattoo, then all of a sudden going barrier, getting a barrier, like some type of simpleton who can only say barrier when he activates a barrier. I feel like this is a reference to something, but I don't know what.
Funny joke. I understand the reference.
Well, what are you talking about? Whatever.
Yeah.
How much are
Common is 100. Uncommon is
400.
Yeah.
And rare is 4,000.
I guess I was gonna ask if the beat of nourishment was the same as everything else, but okay.
Where do you see bead of nourishment?
It's under common wondrous items, but that's fine.
Yes.
I think we ought to come back and maybe buy some magic items.
Yes, that's a treat.
Yes. How much for this teleporter ring?
Or is that
in magic rings?
Oh, magic rings?
Yes.
What is its rarity?
Unknown.
Oh,
That's not on my list.
It's a magic rings, you fool.
I'm
Yeah, but it's not on my list of.
Well, I'm stealing it. Mine now. Just
Wall of Force.
it is unknown.
Wall of Force appears.
What?
A wall of force appears in front of you and collide into it. Stealing from me, eh?
What? No. What? I don't know how that happened.
Cody, I thought you were a respectable elephant.
He said he didn't know what this was.
Oh, it's for a dungeon. It's useless.
Oh, why didn't you tell me that?
Because it wasn't supposed to be on my list.
So you keep an item that you're not supposed to have on the floor out for people to look at and possibly want.
No, okay, real talk, Martin. This is for a dungeon, an official module, and it's only used to touch. I cannot give you this item because buying it is fucking worthless.
I kind of figured that when it said something about like certain teleporter rings. And,
Yeah, no.
in certain areas, I'm like, what the hell?
Annihilation adventure path. No. What do you say? You want to steal from me still?
I'd rather kill you than steal from you.
Good luck. Do you want to die that bad? Bring it. He takes off his robes. He has like a weird, like one of those like cloth underwear on.
You know what? Even though he's very frail and like an old demented man again, I don't know what kind of magic he's packing, so I don't even want to. I don't even want to try that. Here, here's your ring back.
Very well. He puts it on. He teleports there.
Where'd it go?
Give me a second. After like a minute, You think he's not coming back?
Should believe me. It's been like a minute, guys. Oh God! What the? How did you? Where did you go? Where does that ring take you?
To a magical place.
You frightened me, weird goat thing, man.
And you are huffy and rude.
I mean, fair point.
Don't talk about my friends poorly. He's only sometimes huffy and rude.
Yes, thank you. Wait, what?
I mean, you kind of come off as a dick sometimes, bro, but Susan's just like,
It's the military training.
Susan, after I sympathize with you, really? Just gonna throw me under the magical bus like that, really?
you mean the cart? What the fuck is a bus?
Well, you know what? Never mind.
You mean a busboy?
No, not a. Sure, a very large bus boy. Enlarged by magic.
You're not buying anything.
No,
Look,
we're poor.
Look, I'm a soldier. I really don't need much in the ways of magic. Unless one of my fellow compatriots goes to buy something. Sprite, how are you doing? You find anything interesting or worthwhile? Or, I don't know.
There are ideas, but honestly, I'm thinking a little too hard about. Say,
Yes.
do you have any suggestions for dealing with Ohio?
Well, there's a lot of folks, and if you meet a lot of eldritch abomination, so you probably want to either kill some. You want to banish them, though. That's a little high level for you, sonny boy.
Bash them? Is that what you said?
No, banish them
Banish.
to another realm.
Bash them? I can do that, I'm assuming.
Other than that, just a lot of folks. Just a lot of mean folks.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's
Happen
not
to
so
have
bad.
any-
Sorry.
It's okay. Do you happen to have any banishing items, perchance?
No, unless you want to pay for like 2,500 gold for for a scroll of banishment.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Thanks anyway.
Come back when you're stronger and / wealthier.
Yeah, it's mostly the wealth problem right now, but thanks.
Have a good time exploring Ohio. Enjoy the beach.
Enjoy the what?
Don't worry about it.
I thought it was landlords. What are we getting ourselves into?
Well, it's near a coast.
And then there isn't, I bet.
Oh, well, you'll find out.
Hey, if it's anything like some of the other realms I've been in, it's probably a little kooky.
It sounds pleasant.
Like me.
And they leave.
Alright.
We make our way to the stalls.
Yeah. You're making your way downtown.
Yes, just I can. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Walking a little faster.
You get past and you're almost homebound. And actually, I could cut you to the B stalls real quick. Give me a moment. As you're walking through the plethora of tents and stalls, you see a beigeish yellow sort of mind flayer, and on his shoulder is this weird mosquito bat sort of creature. And I'm going to post a picture of them in the Discord. Is going to be real few. This was kind of my favorite NPC to draw.
He does look real fun. He, she, they, the mind player, I don't know.
Yeah,
Them.
I'm also cracking up just seeing all of our names overlaid like this.
Yep.
Because our names are so big and long.
That is what she said.
Yeah.
Oh god dang it! That was supposed to be a gorilla.
Whoops.
No, that token was supposed to be a gorilla.
Yeah, whoops.
Monkey.
Ah, yes.
Let me find a monkey.
I like this guy.
Ah, yes, a gorilla. I know of them. I once had a friend named McGilla. Was a good gorilla.
Give me a second to find.
It is with my
Can
stream.
I find a monkey?
There's so much crackling, and I don't know why. This is the only time it decides to do it. Sorry, I won't dwell on this. It's just
Give me a second. The Mind Flayer does greet you though, and he's like, "Welcome. How's it going? It's me, Dominio, Beast Tamer Extraordinaire."
Huh. And what do you have?
I sell the rarest of magical creatures, but only a certain breed at any time. I love animals.
Aha. I can tell by that. What is that on your shoulder?
Oh, Fleshy? This is my Sturge Fleshy. Make a I'm either a nature or religion check. Any of y'all.
Goldie has just never been outside like the
No, what a gross squirrel.
Oh yes, what an adorable little chicken you have there, guys. What the fuck?
This is
Guys, what is wrong with this squirrel? It scares me.
if Dulcis, you know that if blood-sucking vampire bats had a prey, they would be these things.
I'm sorry,
They tend to suck blood. Sturges. They suck the blood of any creatures near them, but this one has seemed to be tamed through some. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, the giant mosquito bats. Okay.
Yeah, they're giant mosquito bats. They're terrifying. If there was a Sturge Pyre Edward, you probably not want to meet one.
all right.
By the way, I didn't roll, but I could if you want. But I would imagine Dulcis was aware. Okay.
Oh, okay, that was your history. Okay, roll nature or religion.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing. Where is nature? There it is. Nature or
You're probably gonna roll higher than any of these fools.
I mean, you gotta roll higher than me.
It's not a squirrel, it's a badger.
No, wait a minute. It's not a badger.
Dulcis, you slap your head and face, and you're like, "This is Sturge."
it's a sturge. They are.
Yes, a sturge. What the hell is a sturge?
Is it a kind of badger?
Possibly.
More like a mosquito with some bits of bat. You might be able to relate with them, Ed, because they like drinking blood from anything.
It's like a puppy that drinks blood.
Yes, except it'll keep all the blood instead of giving it to you.
I wonder if there's a way to milk it.
I have tried.
Dulcis gives the both of them a bit of a look and then shrugs. There's probably been weirder stuff with some of these critters. And just goes
But I
down
have
the chain.
many animals that you could look. I have cute monkey. I have cute rust monster. I have camel.
Very
And
big.
I have Blinkist dog.
Uh, uh,
a blink dog?
Yes.
Hang on.
Those are pretty scary having to deal with blinking between realms and stuff.
Don't worry. All these pets do not run away. I should know. Anyway,
that's not ominous at all.
you could buy animal or you could do me favor.
Why would we do you a favor?
Because I give money.
How much for the blood puppy?
Oh dear God.
The blink dog or the sturge, just to be sure.
The sturge, I believe, is the one that sucks blood. So
The fleshy
Fleshy is my
badger.
pet. Fleshy is my companion. He trusts me. He is the only creature that has not suffered the effects of my control. I mean, my compassion.
Uh-huh.
I relate to him. Also, Blink Dog might be out of your price range, but you're looking at $750 for a Blinkist dog.
no. How much for the one that drinks blood?
No, I
said-
just said he's not for sale.
Oh, but
He's my friend.
he just kind of like pouts at the pen.
Oh, are you talking about this boy?
Yeah,
Oh, this thing?
wait.
Well, no, now,
what-
no. He's just pouting now.
I'm confused. I'm confused. The bloodsucker is not for sale, right?
This one. This one.
right.
This,
The
that is
fleshy.
the bloodsucker.
The flesh.
The thing on his shoulder is not for sale.
Okay.
That's the bloodsucker.
Okay.
This guy's a rust monster. These guys like eating. Well, I guess I don't know if Dulces would know.
Roll me a nature.
Yeah,
Anyone can roll nature if they want.
I rolled a 21, but let's see how everyone else
I
goes.
will ruin nature for you see I can't do worse than I already did.
Somehow gets a -1.
Somehow gets a -1 on the die and then a -1 and then -2. I don't know how that would even happen.
Did you click it?
Oh dear God. I don't know shit. I don't know the stuff that lives in like my mountain area.
Big bug.
What do you call it? The Arctic creatures, and none of these are Arctic.
Yeah.
Oh yes, you have whatever thing with like human hand, big bug. I'm pretty sure that horse has cancer and good boy.
It's a fucking camel.
I don't know what you call it, but I would get it medical attention. It's got some humps on it. That can't be good.
You
Those
know,
big tumors.
you know what's making this crack me up even further? For some reason, this is reminding me of back in the ye old ancient times. I forget what era it was, but somewhere along the way, some colonizers ended up confronting elephants because, God, I am getting all of this mixed up. I can't look up any information because it's all on one screen, but they ended up confronting elephants and thought the elephants were like these, just brand new monsters, and they didn't know how to deal with it. And the people that they're trying to colonize are using them as, well, effectively horses, and it was terrifying. And now in this, it's the inverse, but to a camel, and that's cracking me up.
Do you know that Edward? You know the price for the monkey is 100.
I guess.
Roll perception.
Sure.
I'm sitting here wondering if we needed an animal at this point. That is a nat 1. What is with the dice today?
I don't know anything.
Susan redirects your eyes at the top letters, and it says "flying monkey" on the description of the pen.
Oh, it's a flying monkey.
You notice, you finally. It takes you like a few several seconds before you notice its tiny wings.
Oh,
Is it? Are they like bee wings and they're just way too tiny?
It's like a baby flying monkey.
Okay.
I say Ed tries to reach out and call it over to pet it.
Roll me animal handling.
Manchild, be careful with that. What is that? Tiny Sasquatch. I don't know what that is. Oh, any of these are.
It sort of like moves onto your finger, start using it as like a little swing.
Oh, he looks back at them.
Where did you get a miniature Sasquatch with those wings on its back?
So you know nothing of nature. Nature is full with beautiful creatures, like this camel.
Does it?
A what?
A camel. You can ride it. How much is the camel?
Oh, you mean the cancer horse?
Yes, the cancer horse.
I call it the desert moose.
Ah, yes. Ah, moose. Well, no, wait, it doesn't have horns.
How
This
much?
is a very sick moose.
How
Have a
much?
lump.
How much for the lanky cow? 50 gold?
Yes.
Hmm.
And finally, this little guy. You see the rust monster like looking at your companion at Zeron, and he's trying to like reach out and try to grab it.
How much for that?
My good rust monster friend.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me check my prices.
Uh,
Oh, 750 gold.
Hmm.
Even if we could afford it, what do we need a large bug for?
Well,
So go ahead.
the camel could be useful.
The what?
The camel, the desert moose, the I don't recall what you called it. The cancer horse, right?
Nah, yes, the cancer horse, or whatever, or the very mutated moose. What are animals anyway?
They are
Probably.
they are quite
Well.
survivable.
Huh.
I read it in a picture book.
And what are these tumors on its back?
I used to store water.
So they aren't tumors?
No. But judging by you,
Go ahead.
you turned those lumps and that one lump into a 2 lump.
I'm assuming you're referring to me sitting on something that I am bigger than, and thus my weight distribution would spread the humps, and thus, to boil it down, you're calling me fat.
Look, my friend. I don't write the jokes. You just bring them to me.
I'm going to strangle you and then stuff that naked, I don't even know again, winged like badger? Yeah, let's go. Badger into your mouth.
Make a wisdom save.
Cole, he's been very grumpy today.
Damn.
You almost feel it of like you just get the telepathic message of stop making fun of my animal friends, or else I will kick you out of my shop.
Fine. To be fair, I legitimately don't know anything that doesn't exist in an Arctic environment, you jackass.
Can I add in?
Yeah.
Ed sees just a rat scurrying around and the hay and stuff in the back. Oh, what is that, a rat?
Yes, but it's not for sale.
Can I have it anyway?
Sure.
Can I acquire a pet rat?
You got rat. He's covered in mange.
Why do you need this? Why do you need this grotesque rodent?
Should I actually roll animal handling for that?
Roll animal handling.
Oh!
Oh.
So he starts. He pied pipers as he starts singing a little song to it.
It starts to wiggle.
He kind of like I guess does like a little finger dance towards him to try to get it to come towards him.
All the animals seem to be dancing along.
But before he starts the song, I'm like, that'll never work. And then I see him like, oh, well, I'll be damned.
He picks up the rat. Is it tame or?
As tame as it's going to be. I will say it looks mangy. Probably needs food. Probably is carrying like a disease or two.
Poor little fellow. I'll nurse you back to health. Look, guys, I'm getting better at being poor. I got a free pet.
That's not what being. Has he ever had a pet before? Susan. Has he ever had a pet?
He had an ant farm once.
Well, let me rephrase that. Has he ever had one that it was able to keep alive?
Once. Once.
You say once, but please tell me he just was stupid and released them into the wild.
They left me just like father did. And mother.
I don't know whether to feel sorry for you or... Oh, for the love of God. Whether to feel sorry for you or just still want to strangle you.
Are you going to get me pet or no? Do you not care for Dominion selection?
Selection. The thing is, well, one of them simply would not be able to work. He looks over at the rust monster. As fascinating as it would be to have one for, going through certain areas, I don't want to risk my companion getting eaten. The rest are cool. I don't think it's in our budget right now.
And how much is the blink dog?
Blinkist dog is around. Give me a second.
It was like 700.
Yeah, it's like
750. Yeah.
Ah, yes, the one good one I would be able to use is too expensive.
Oh, they're all useful in their own way.
How? I don't understand how the hairless, or the hairy, I don't know what that thing
You
is again.
see the dog about to teleport.
Huh. Where
Like,
is
you
he
see the
going?
dog, teleport from here, and then he gets out of his cage.
Uh,
Back in.
Does he know how to use his blinking ability?
Oh no, he's just showing up, aren't you, boy? Dulcis, real quick, let me check something with blink dogs real quick.
Okay.
Do you know that?
All the NPCs and shops and stuff.
Dulcis, you speak Sylvan, yes?
Do? I believe I do. Yes, I do.
You
Oh,
see,
dear God.
you see,
I just found what you
"Oh, don't be, please. And he gives you those big puppy dog eyes.
Well, Dulcis kind of squints at the blink dog for a second, looks back at the mind flayer and smiles. Hang on a second. Let me check this guy out real quick. He goes over to the pen, starts checking out the blink dog, and he just kind of, as he's passing by the blink dog, he kind of twirls his hands to the side as if telling him to keep talking.
It's like very broken Sylvan, but he's like, I want to be adopted, but no one has bought me yet. I want to go with a straight brave warrior.
Oh, well, can Ed hear it because he also?
No. Oh, you can also hear it.
Well,
but,
yeah,
okay,
he
you can
speaks.
also understand Sylvan?
Yeah, Sylvan is his language.
Okay.
Oh, Dulcis! It wants us to take it home.
What are you talking about? Sprite, what is he talking about?
Dulcis looks at the two, looks back at the blink dog, looks back. Out of character, real quick. Dulcis was expecting this to be some kind of these things aren't actually what they're supposed to be situation.
Roll insight on Dominio.
Okay, please.
Oh no.
That is a 16.
All right. So, in order for you see Dominio being a mind player, it appears that he uses some form of charms or mind control to basically calm the pets down and be tameable.
Okay. So, yeah.
The blink dog itself seems to be only asking to have a master.
Yeah.
And it's just, and it doesn't really want to stay in the pen. And the dog also gives you the look like he could just leave anytime.
He could leave any time. He just wants a master, and I guess to get this guy 750 gold.
Yeah, you also get the air that Dominio is desperately lonely. And if Edward bought Fleshy, he would be greatly depressed.
Okay, so it's not that bad, but thing is, budget. Dulcis kind of looks at the blink dog, goes back to Dominio and says, "Didn't you say something about working for you?"
Oh yes, if you find me exotic creatures, I could get you some money.
Well, okay, then how about this? He flutters over to Dominio. So, how about this? We're on our way over to Ohio. Maybe we can find
Ohio. Those have plenty of fish there. Maybe an octopus.
Maybe.
A big octopus. Or maybe, if you have any exotic monsters, maybe a gibbering mouther. I know those live in Ohio.
Gibbering mouther, huh? Would I know of what that is?
Roll me. Let me check something with gibbering mothers real quick. It's an aberration, so roll me Arcana.
That is a 19. Whoops.
It is a horrible mound of flesh that crawls on the ground and absorbs people.
Yeah, we can try to get one of those guys.
Yeah. Oh, you would? That'd be great.
We'll see.
Don't know.
On our way.
Don't know. It likes to basically bite and melt through things.
Yeah, like
It's
I said.
a horrible pile of flesh.
Yeah, like I said. Yes.
However, just know that I could probably do something for you. Give me a second.
Like I said, it's if we can kind of thing.
Roll me a persuasion real quick, because like he's not sure. Are you sure I can trust you with this though? It's a very risky business.
Well, Dolphus was trying to play this off more as a we're gonna try, but not like this is a side thing to him right now. Ed
Alright.
might be more into trying to get it, but here's my persuasion.
Ed, I will consider Ed helping you, but with a 5, that might not do it.
He can just try himself because he's probably more into this.
Can Ed?
I mean, if Ed wants to roll, go for it.
Yeah. Ed hears the conversation and goes, "Oh, please, please, please. We're really, 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 really good with animals. I sing to them all the time. You saw me with the rat." What the hell?
I do not trust you with this task, but rather than getting any sort of magical assistance, Dominio, let me check the back real quick. Dominio goes into his tent for a little bit. Some like chirping and like animal noises pop out. The chicken flies by.
What is he doing in there?
Don't know.
And
I wasn't expecting this to be such an ordeal.
Mm.
Well, we're in the man side over here talk. We're out of here. Bullshit.
anyway, he hands you a net, Dulcis.
Okay.
You can capture it with this if you knock it out. If you knock a monster out.
Or monster, or more specifically, the gibber thing.
Any monster will do. Just put him in net.
All right. Thank you. He hands it over and puts it in one of Zeron's compartments. Also, what's with the deception roll there, Ed?
You can trust in us.
Oh my god! No.
I don't trust you.
He just picks up Ed with my trunks. Excuse us for 1 second. Shut up. Stupid.
But you can't
Stupid.
trust us. We can do it. I believe.
Susan, can I please just step? For the love of God, please let me do this.
Oh wait, we gotta take you 3 to the station.
Yeah, we got to get going.
We gotta meet our boy Fen at the station, Ed.
Oh boy, Mr. Fenn. Come on, Susan. Let's go visit Mr. Fenn at the station.
Very well.
Yeah. Pleasure doing business with you, Dominio.
Alright, find whatever animals you can find.
We'll be back, puppy.
Bark. Oh my gosh. Anyway. Let me go to alright. For this, you guys arrive at the Foundation Station, as well as you also see another Olive Branch Inn that the hotel you were staying in earlier. Coldy, you know that these inns are located throughout the city,
Yes.
almost to the point of it being annoying.
Yes.
I will say, like, out of game, this guild, the Olive Branch, is basically the Holiday Inn equivalent.
Yes. The
Which
competition.
Yeah.
All right, at Foundation Station, the station you arrived in, Ben is near you guys.
And he's like, "Oh, finally. So just let you know, check the station for any portals leading into Ohio here, and they seem to be out of me budget for a moment."
It's a good thing we didn't spend all the money on pets, isn't it?
However, I can offer you a better deal by taking you to a location, by taking you to a faster place, a place that will take you there faster.
A secondary undisclosed location? That sounds great!
Uh-huh.
I have me sources, and
Can they be trusted sources?
well, depends. How do you like going underground?
I mean, I'm fine with it. I live in a mountainous area, all right? Not
He
gonna scare me.
proceeds to go into the nearest sewer and lift the lid.
You definitely just see Ed squirm. Oh, I don't want to do that.
Well, it's either paying $250 a ticket, it's either paying $250 a portal, or going the freeway. Up to you.
Clarification, Austin. When you say $250 a portal, do you mean $250 per person, or just for
Yes,
one?
$250 per person to use a portal.
Portal?
Let's think for a second.
I'm sorry. Oh, not 250. 2,500.
That's very different.
Yeah, no. No.
Let's think about this for half a second. We're going in the sewer.
I was going to say Dulce has probably done this before and just hops in with Zeron coming behind.
Again, I am a soldier. I've been in many different environments, dirty and whatnot. Plus, again, I'm fine with underground mountains. I will drag you by your feet if I need to, Ed.
Ed kind of
Let
like,
this be known.
are we leaving? Are out of character? Are we leaving the his retainers in the city since we're going on a dangerous mission?
Your trainers will follow you to the portal location, but once you guys go to Ohio, they will not follow you there.
Okay. So they will follow us into the sewer. So,
Yeah, no.
he looks up at Lurk. Carry me.
Lurk. You lift you up like a football and climb down. And I want you to, Coldy and Ed, I want you to roll survival with advantage. Coldy, I want you to roll survival. I want Dulcis to give Coldy advantage due to knowing the sewers. What's your roll?
22.
All right, that's great. You managed to navigate the sewers no problem. In fact, Dulcis tells you the right way to go.
Yeah.
Done
And,
before.
yeah, and you get to a certain part of the sewers known as Undertown.
Sanitation. Awesome.
Dulcis, you have frequented this area before. If you want, you could roll a history. If not, Dulcis would know, but Edbird and Colty, you could roll history.
Okay.
Or you could choose to give one of you guys advantage.
There we go. Where'd it go?
I'll go ahead and give. Well, what's your history, Martin?
-1.
All right.
So,
I'll roll, and you give me advantage. How's that?
I mean, that might work. Knowing us, will probably still get a nat 1.
Yeah, you get a group think. You're doing a group think, Seth. What's with these rolls?
All right.
So what do I do now?
Yeah, Edward, you've heard of this part of the city. It's basically a part of the city for those who are too broke to afford common luxuries, as well luxuries, as well as just deal with the general how do I put it, sunlight
Uh,
that comes from the surface. Because you see a lot of kobolds and drow and mind flayers just living down here.
Think of the mutants from Futurama.
it kind of reminds me of sporks a little bit.
Hell's Foundation is basically like fucking sports 2.0, but like, so yeah. As soon as you arrive, just there's a portal right next to the embassy, and after I do some persuasion, just go in for free.
Hey, thanks.
And no problem. It's basically underground portal station for free travel, but unlike the surface, they don't really label their portals.
What did you just roll, Dulcis?
That was a mistake. I was trying to.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, no. Just remember. Be careful. Just know that don't always go through unmarked portals. That is a terrible idea. No, like seriously. If you don't see a sign on a portal normally, that means it's shit. It probably means either it's going to be 100% happy or 100% hell, like literal hell.
No, I understand. But something tells me.
Sure? I'm just not saying this for your sake, Dulcis. I'm just saying this for our two friends.
Mm-hmm.
Who, me?
Hey, what did you say about me? We'll fight you. No.
I'm not wanting to fight you. I'm just trying to warn you to watch your step.
Yes, I understand. Don't go in any unmarked portals. Retainers, please, for the love of God, watch your, man-child.
I'm very careful. Oh.
Now, your friends and I will probably do some house hunting if you want.
That may be a good idea. We're gonna need to find a plot of land somehow.
All right? Just be careful, Master, and remember to not talk to strangers and all that.
And so Ed goes and gives each of his retainers a hug. Yes, and you be careful too. Watch out for the trash cans. They're quite violent.
Wait a minute. You're taking all three of them? You're just going to leave him with us?
We're not. Unfortunately, we are not good in a combat situation.
But we don't need you for combat. We need you to babysit.
They're very good at home network. At home, they're very good at looking at real estate because a family. So we'll have a nice plot of land at least.
I mean, didn't you live in a mansion and thus they came to work for you? Thus the mansion was already there.
See, they know they have a good sense of taste.
I'm going to kill myself.
Look, I'm going to be honest. I don't want to go there. Go to Ohio. Susan, whispers to Coldy.
Yes, I know, but for the love of God, really?
I'll be fine.
Look, I grabs you by your trunk, Coldy, and it's you listen here. I've been babysitting this son of a bitch for several years. At least you can tolerate it for a day or two at most.
Ah, yes, every year. Look, I've been with him for a week and I already understand your pain.
She tugs your trunk harder, and she's just look, and she's just gives you the stare. And maybe I could finally live my dream for once in the city.
Oh, careful, Coldy. This is usually the part where she six lurk on people.
See what?
She six lurk on people. You see lurks like blinking eyes.
What are you talking about? All of a sudden, I feel a presence behind me. Is Lurk behind me?
Yes.
Lurk lifts you up.
Oh God! How is he doing this?
Tosses you in the portal.
No!
He then tosses Edward into the portal.
No!
Before you get tossed into the portal, Cultus, Dulcis, and whatnot. Oh yeah, one last thing. You're gonna meet with our client. Wait, before you throw him, big guy. Before you toss him, real quick. There's one person you're gonna meet in Ohio, by the name of Cheeks.
All right. Also, I was just gonna go in myself, big guy, so you don't need to throw me.
He tosses you anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he also toss the robot?
He also tosses the robot.
Oh my God!
You didn't have to toss. Okay.
It just shouts in a kind of voice.
He's the most monotone. Just...
With that, give me a moment to pull something up.
Before there was something up that I wanted to double check. Oh well.
Wait a second. Give me a second.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the portal. Ow!
The place between dimensions. Your head. It looks dark. It looks dark.
It is very dark.
And you feel the texture of wood.
Oh, Coldy, why'd you have to make them mad?
Why do you have to be such a child?
I
How is he
can't.
that strong? I am 371 pounds. I'm 8'2". How did he just do that? I'm taller than him. How is he doing this?
He lifted the mansion when we relocated a few feet once.
Mike? Wait, as in a whole mansion?
Yes, and the foundation. In fact, he actually managed to move quite a bit. That's how we did most of our landscaping. You see, he brought in a few mountains, and that looked nice.
How? I'm going to be honest. How are you not working for him?
Dulcis, you see your two friends stuck in a barrel. Like head first into a barrel.
But they're having this conversation stuck in a barrel.
We're just upside down having a conversation, and then we hear him come in.
And this really big barrel for this fucking giant Loxodon.
Sprite, are you there? I landed in a, oddly enough, a conveniently oversized barrel.
Please help! He's
Fuck you.
squishing me. It hurts.
Well, maybe if you would not be stupid.
I can't help it.
How far into the day are we right now?
You are actually, I'm gonna say you're right outside here.
No, the day. What time of day?
You don't know what time of day is.
Well,
The
I mean
cloud-
for us, relatively.
For you guys, it seems to be like almost like 5 in the evening, but judging by like the storm, like it's constant storm clouds, it seems later.
Yeah, because, different realms are in different time zones.
Yeah.
That's fine. I just meant for us, relatively.
We're here, but we're almost done. But as you guys are, you guys arrive. You are basically down here in an area known as the fish markets, but you do not know this.
Right, well, I still need to figure out how to get these guys out. And I have a grease spell. I don't want to just burn a grease spell, though.
Colby, you could just give me a strength check.
I was also just going to have Zeron try busting it, too. Cole, he may have a higher strength check, so Zeron can...
Yeah, Colby, make a strength check. Yeah, no. I'm going to say, if Ed helps, you just burst out of the barrel.
Oh, okay, hang on.
I was going to say Zeron was, but yeah, let's then...
Zeron helps, like, yeah.
I'm just curious. Zeron should Zeron should be the one who helps.
The way helping works, by the way, you just help and it gives someone advantage. You don't gotta.
Oh, okay.
But it's fun for flavor.
See, I prefer this.
You see Ed squirming.
See, I prefer this new idea of like I just like with help from the robot get out of the barrel, and then Ed is still just kind of stuck in there trying to get out. It's like, come on, Ed, stop playing around. You drowning in there?
Yeah, no, you've destroyed the barrel. He should not be drowning. He's just like face in a puddle.
Oh.
Yeah, no, this place is foggy and damp. Also very ominous, and you see what appears to be guards.
Yeah.
Yes. Former men in all four, or what's the word? Fellow, that's it. Fellow men in uniform, yes.
They approach you. One of them, a human-looking one with a goatee, approaches. It's just like, well, what do we have here then, boys? A couple of immigrants, a couple of travelers. What do you be doing here, huh?
We're here to visit Ohio.
Oh, Ohio, huh? Well, you have your passports, Phyllis?
Huh?
Your passports.
Any
illegal documentation?
Okay, yeah. So, Austin.
Roll insight. Roll insight.
Yeah, Dolphus would know more about this sort of stuff.
I'm just laughing again out of character. I'm laughing because I think it's a reference.
You're not sure if you have any documentation, nor remember if documentation was needed to even travel the planes.
Yeah, I feel like this is something that Dulcis would have known at some point, but considering he was allowed at the colleges at some point, that was probably just a lesser concern for him at the time.
Dulcis seems to be the kind of person to get lied to a bunch of times. Colby, if you want to roll insight, go ahead.
Yes, very good. I will roll. Oh, wait, I actually have a good insight.
You just know that, like, these guys are fucking lying.
Yes. Passports or documentation. How about this? And then I just show them, what was it? My insignia.
Oh, Peter be working for a former military, eh, there, buddy? Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised a little shit like you knows about the great military, yes.
What are you calling this shit? My name is Frederick Shits. And I'm a proud shit.
You don't want to... Can Ed pipe in and add?
Yes.
I wouldn't quarrel with Colty. He's can be very gruff, and also he hurts very badly.
This is true.
Dulcis sort of face palms.
Me and the boys are gonna bring him to justice. But if you have your passport, maybe we could take this side, or maybe if you just give us some money, maybe we could look the other way, to the other cheek,
yes, give you money. Well, how about this? We don't give you money, you let us through, and I let you keep your bones intact. How about that?
Intimidate?
Roll intimidate.
Yeah. There we go.
Ed holds up. Can I add to this? Ed holds up.
No, actually,
Oh.
as soon as somebody says that,
Shit.
you see the number of guards grow in number out of the fog. Been willing to start. Hey, then you're under arrest and you're going to take it to the station.
Wait. Can I add like one more thing? Like try one more thing.
I'm going to cut it soon, actually.
Oh. Okay.
I was
sorry.
about to pay, but I think that ship has already sailed.
Yeah, no. They feel insulted.
In that,
And like,
I was gonna try.
Whoa. Oh, are we gonna try?
Well, I was gonna try minor illusion.
gold.
Of
nah,
of passports. Can I do it?
Yeah.
They're a little mad to notice as you see more and more guards come out of the fold. However, you hear the steps of more and more people coming from the other direction. Mostly dwarves, apparently. Very muscular dwarves, oddly. Like, very toned and thin-shaped dwarves.
okay.
Ever, you thought Lurk was like buff, but not to the extent of these boys. Like they're built like bodybuilders.
Okay.
And then a small man appears wearing a big top hat. Appear before you. And he says, "Excuse me, officers, this guy's coming with us." And you turn around and see, let me just post him real quick. This halfling.
Oh God.
And he puts the gun at the officer. And that's where we're going to leave it off.
Oh boy.
Congratulations, you're in a street gang fight.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Hang on a sec.
You know, I should have. What?
Oh, keep
Sorry.
going. You can talk.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say what I should have when I rolled intimidation was be like, oh yes, you're going to stop me. You would want to harm me, and then they'll just come out of the fucking fog. Oh, dumb. Fuck.
And then you see the fucking halfling of the weird body.
The top head taller than him. The
Yes,
same height as him. Dear God.
you're gonna hate when I describe more about him later. But we're gonna leave it off tonight. Any plugs?
I mean, I haven't really been doing anything.
Oh, you do have your stream channel when you use it sometimes.
When I use it sometimes, when my internet is not dying, you can catch me at CCCant at Twitch. When my internet's not bad.
Yeah. I don't personally have anything to plug right now. I'm currently trying to stream and or record this. I may have made a few goofs. I can't tell from what end. Hopefully the next session will be smoother. This may be a thing for a couple weeks.
Hmm.
And you can find me Octo_Awesome on Twitter. And I will be posting the archives. I did not post the stream link. Oofsie doodle, but
Don't worry about it.
we just established this channel for our tabletop games that we will stream
Yeah.
a whole future on.
We just got a
And
a chat thing from Boomstorm Very lost. Gonna need a 40-minute recap of everything that's happened.
I
Yeah, don't
saw her
worry,
post
we're-
that.
Don't worry about it. We'll like I said, we'll figure stuff out. Yeah.
Yeah. And really quick, the only thing I had to plug her, my Twitter, it's _me_Martin, and my Instagram, it's the mac and cheese, but I will start posting more stuff eventually, and then I will give the proper links. So, yeah. Not much to plug as of now, but yeah,
Yeah.
we're doing stuff.
Yeah, follow us in the future for tabletop shenaniganry.
Go to the future, follow us, and come back and tell us how awesome our future is, please.
And
Please,
we'll be
I need
all
this. Please, I need this.
right. With that, let's leave it off at that, folks.
Have a good one, everyone.
Bye.
I'm gonna have to recall some Doomstorm since she does live with me about this adventure.
A whole new adventure begins.
We ready
Yep.
to wrap her
Anyway,
up?
yeah, we're wrapping up. Bye.
Bye.
Right.